How close are we to AGI?
You know, we used to, every time we finished a system, we would say, like, in what ways is this not an AGI? And it used to be, like, very easy. You kind of, like, make a little robotic hand that does a Rubik's Cube or a Dota bot, and it's like, oh, it does some things, but definitely not an AGI. It's obviously harder to say now, and so we're trying to, like, stop talking about AGI as this general thing, and we have this levels framework, because the word AGI has become so overloaded. So, like, real quickly, we use 1 for chatbots, 2 for reasoners, 3 for agents, 4 for innovators, and 5 for organizations, like, roughly. I think we clearly got to level 2, or we believe we clearly got to level 2 with O1. And it, you know, can do really quite impressive cognitive tasks. It's a very smart model. It doesn't feel AGI like in a few important ways, but I think if you just do the one next step of making it, you know, very agent-like, which is our level 3, and which I think we will be able to do in the not distant future, it will feel surprisingly capable. Still probably not something that most of you would call an AGI, though maybe some of you would. But it's going to feel like, all right, this is like a significant thing. And then the leap, and I think we do that pretty quickly. The leap from that to something that can really increase the rate of new scientific discovery, which for me is like a very important part of having an AGI. I feel a little bit less certain on that, but not a long time. Like, I think all of this now is going to happen pretty quickly. And if you think about what happened from last Dev Day to this one in terms of model capabilities, and you're like, I mean, if you go look at, like, if you go from like 01 on a hard problem back to like 4 Turbo that we launched 11 months ago, you'll be like, wow, this is happening pretty fast. And I think the next year will be very steep progress. Next 2 years, I think, will be very steep progress. Harder than that, hard to see with a lot of certainty. But I would say, like, not very, and at this point, the definitions really matter. And in fact, the fact that the definitions matter this much somehow means we're, like, getting kind of close.
Next thing is, so many in the alignment community are genuinely concerned that OpenAI is now only paying lip service to alignment. Can you reassure us?
Yeah. I think it's true we have a different take on alignment than, like, maybe what people write about on whatever that, like, internet forum is. But we really do care a lot about building safe systems. We have an approach to do it that has been informed by our experience so far. And touch on that other question, which is you don't get to pick where the science goes. We want to figure out how to make capable models that get safer and safer over time. And, you know, a couple of years ago, we didn't think the whole strawberry or the O1 paradigm was gonna work in the way that it has worked. And that brought a whole new set of safety challenges, but also safety opportunities. And rather than kind of like plan from a theoretical, once, you know, superintelligence gets here, here's the like 17 principles, we have an approach of figure out where the capabilities are going and then work to make that system safe. And O1 is obviously our most capable model ever, but it's also our most aligned model ever by a lot. And as these models get better intelligence, better reasoning, whatever you want to call it, the things that we can do to align them, and things we can do to build really safe systems across the entire stack, our tool set keeps increasing as well. So we have to build models that are generally accepted as safe and robust to be able to put them in the world. And when we started OpenAI, what the picture of alignment looked like and what we thought the problems that we needed to solve were going to be turned out to be nothing like the problems that actually are in front of us and that we had to solve now. And also, when we made the first GPT-3, if you asked me for the techniques that would have worked for us to be able to now deploy our current systems as generally accepted to be safe and robust, they would not have been the ones that